Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? I have finished the silage. The Fortuna trailer, we're keeping hold of that one for a minute. We have got that one leased. But we're going to be using it again for our next task. I've got compaction here down to 99%. Using this tractor with the front loader and everything takes a very long time to actually do any compacting. So in the end what I did was I got the Fent on job and just had that one roll backwards and forwards. I could have gone and gotten a blade or something like that, which probably would have sped it up a little bit, but I didn't really think we needed to worry about it. So let me just finish that one. My question that I asked you all last week, I already told you the results to at the beginning of Goldcrest Valley. Just in case you missed those, I will tell you in just a minute. Let's just race up in here and press F1. Yes, right. So we press R to blanket the silo, and our silage is done. Excellent. So that is one more task that is complete. Fermenting 1%. We've got... Now, our next task really is going to be harvesting these beans up here. We've got to get all the way up the track and in here. We're going to need a combine, but we want a bigger combine than the one we used over here. We've also got baling to do down here, which I'd like to do some of. So the first thing I think that we'll do is we will head over so that we can start doing a little bit of baling. We're not going to need this bucket anymore, I don't think. Did I buy that one or did I just lease it? I'm not actually sure. Let's just take a quick look. Garage and leased items. No, I've bought it. Right, okay. So as we bought the bucket, we may as well keep hold of it. So we'll take that one with us. If I bring that one up like that, this one can go in the front. So if we take this one over here, we'll put this one on the rake. I want to do 2 rounds around the outside of the field, and then we'll gather up the bales. I'm going to need... Actually, I'll put that front weight... Where am I going to put the front weight? The Fent has got a front weight. I can't carry that trailer. Okay, the Fortuna trailer can stay where it is. That'll be the best way to do this, I think. If the Fortuna trailer stays where it is, then we can take the rest of it with us, and we can come back and get that trailer in a little while. So if I leave that one there... So, yeah, I asked you the question last week, did you want this channel to start playing any other games? And last time I asked the question, 98% of people said, no, just play Farming Simulator, we don't want other games. Okay, and so that is what I've done. I've started to get a lot of people requesting other games, and a lot of fans who have been watching Farming Simulator on this channel for a very long time, who've really put a lot into the channel with comments, interaction, and, you know, constantly supporting me, starting to ask me for new and different content, which, as so many people are now asking me for new and different content. Right, I want to change that back to 0 like that. There we go. I thought that I would do the vote, and we've ended up with approximately 30% of people have said that they want me to start playing other games, and the rest of you have said, so 70% of people have said that you don't want me to, and you want me to stick with just Farming Simulator. I'm still going to start playing other games. That's basically the long and the short of it, is I am going to start playing other games. I think that there are enough... I could ask this question over and over for several years, and I would end up getting the same response. But at the same time, I start to get less and less interest in the channel, less and less people are watching the videos because it's always the same stuff. And let's be honest, Farming Simulator is a fantastic game, and you can do a huge amount with this game, but you start to repeat yourself. There's only so much you can do, and there is only so much that we can do. I try to sort of accommodate what people want, but we do end up repeating ourselves. And so, even though most of you said you don't want me to start playing other games, I'm still going to do it. I apologise for those of you who find this upsetting. However, did I forget a bale? I've left a bale right there in the middle of the field. I'm sure I got all the bales. Oh well, apparently I didn't get all the bales, and there is one still there. So yes, it's not an easy thing to sort of judge when is the right time to do something like this. When should I, take the plunge and go and do something different? When should I continue doing what we've been doing? But I think the time has come for us to start doing some other stuff. So that is what is going to happen on this channel. As of next week, I can't do it this week because of personal commitments, but as of next week, I will be doing other games on this channel. I will start by doing... the new schedule is going to be Monday and Tuesday. I'll be doing the Goldcrest Valley. Wednesday and Thursday will be here in Watea Valley. And then Friday and Saturday, I will be doing other stuff. And to start with, I'm going to be doing Spin Tires next Friday. That is going to be the first game that we do, Spin Tires. And then the second game that we do next week, on Saturday, I will do an episode of Euro Truck Simulator. And did that really just flick me round when I unhitched it? Not sure why it would do that. Anyway, it did. So yes, we'll do Spin Tires and we'll do Euro Truck Simulator. I'll see if I can, how well we get those two working. And then after that, I'll start looking at other games that are available. I got one on sale on Steam just recently, a couple days ago now, and it's called Don't Starve. It's quite a basic looking game. The graphics are quite simple. They're very, very reminiscent of what's it called? You know, the Nightmare Before Christmas? Tim Burton, yeah. Tim Burton's film, The Nightmare Before Christmas, with Pumpkin Jack and so on. The graphics in Don't Starve are very reminiscent of Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. And it does look like it could be quite good. It looks like it could be quite interesting. A different sort of game to play. Something... I'm not sure what people are going to think of it. You may love it. You may hate it. I genuinely don't know at the moment. However, it's something that I think that I would like to give a go. So at some point I will play a little bit of that game. Like I say, I'm not quite sure when I will do it, but we'll get to it eventually. Next week I'm just going to be doing... hang on, I just want to unfold here. There we go. Next week I'm going to be doing Spin Tires and Euro Truck. So I'm sort of sticking with the more realistic games to start with, but I'm not going to be just exclusively doing realistic games. I'll be doing all sorts of different games, and basically I'm going to go mostly on what people want me to do. Each week, I'm not saying that this is definitely how it's going to work, but I've been giving this a bit of thought. How could I sort of best approach this to sort of get the games that people want me to do? Cattle and Crops is being suggested constantly. I don't think that is now going to be ready to play until November. I think they've had to put that right back because they've had some issues with production. So we're not going to get our hopes up about Cattle and Crops just yet. When it does come out, I would definitely like to take a look at it. I've already paid to be an early supporter, so when it does come out, I will have a copy of that game available, and I will take a look at it for you. I'm kind of thinking that, for the most part, what I'll do is, for the 2 days that I'm doing other games, so like next week is Spin Tires, Euro Truck Simulator, I want suggestions put in the comments. And I will take a look at the suggestions that are put there, and I will also take a look and I will take note of the number of thumbs ups that each suggestion gets. So if one comment receives 40 likes, suggesting that I should play another round of Spin Tires, then quite likely I'll play another round of Spin Tires. So whichever the popular comments are because of the games, those are the ones that I will prioritise taking a look at. I'm not necessarily going to take a look at them all every time. I might decide that the same one is getting asked for week after week after week, and I don't want to do the same one constantly, so we'll sort of mix it up a little bit and we'll do something a bit different. So I do have that game Don't Starve. That does look pretty good. I don't think it's going to be in everyone's taste. It's a survival type game, so it's those of you who like survival games would probably really appreciate it. I've enjoyed playing survival games since I played Minecraft. You play Minecraft on survival mode where you've got to go around, you've got to get shelter, you've got to get food, and you've got to craft yourself some weapons and stuff like that in order to be able to survive. So for me, that was my first real taste of the survival genre of game. I know that Minecraft has got all sorts of other bits to it as well, but that's kind of the bit that stuck out for me, was the survival aspect of it. I thought that was really cool. It was really great fun, something I hadn't experienced before in a game. And so I've looked at other survival games since and had a go with a few of them. They're not all great. There's quite a lot of survival games out there that are just really difficult and not fun to play, and there's others that are quite entertaining. I am genuinely struggling to think of a survival game at the moment. I mean, you got like Ark, you know, the one with the dinosaurs and that. You've got to go and tame all the dinosaurs. I've played that one quite a lot, and I have had a few people ask me if I could play that game on here. And I like the game, I do enjoy it, but there's certain aspects of that game that just generally irritate me. One thing in particular is if you're playing on a server, you've got to log in frequently or you lose everything, your dinosaurs die and so on and so forth, and that to me is not a good thing. I used to play a huge amount of World of Warcraft, and one thing that World of Warcraft and a lot of other games have done since is giving you like daily quests and things that you needed to log in for, but Warcraft kind of, it encouraged you to log in daily, but it did actually stop short of requiring you to log in daily. It was just a really, really strong encouragement to log in daily. I think there were a few things that you did actually need to log in every day in order to do properly, but not all of them. And it's something since I've played Warcraft that I've sort of become very aware of. And I'm not actually looking at what the baler's doing behind me. I really should watch the baler a little bit more. It's something I've become more aware of, is these games that kind of almost force you into doing a daily login into the game. And I've really come to dislike that. It's something that I'm really not a fan of in any way. And so I kind of don't like playing the games that do sort of push that onto you. And Ark is definitely a game, when you're trying to play on servers, that you're required to log in every day. Now, I've played it on single player. I set up a single player game, just me and Senleia, my wife, that we've played on, and that's a lot of fun, because once we log out, it sort of stops, and it's not continuing on with the health and the hunger and everything else. The other thing that bugs me about Ark is the sheer amount of time that it takes in order to get the big dinosaurs and that. And I know that it is designed to be like this big multiplayer thing where loads and loads of players work together, but I very rarely these days, I find it very, very difficult to actually work in a multiplayer environment, because I can't sort of commit the time and everything to it. So for me, it becomes incredibly difficult to play a game that relies heavily on a large multiplayer aspect. It's one thing that I really do struggle to do. I didn't actually intend to spend this episode talking non-stop about gaming, and gaming in general. I was actually planning to do a whole load of stuff. Let's just park that one there a minute. What I'd like to do now is I want to get those bales that we've got scattered around the field. I want to pick them up and take them and sell them, so that then I can leave the hired help working on that field. Do I use that? What do I use? The two trailers, or do I use? Let's just take this one. We'll take this one, and we can go and get that bale in the middle of field 2. Actually, I'll bring up the. Oh no! Ooh. There. I actually remember to do it quite early on in the episode. Well, I say early on. It's halfway through the episode, anyway. Yeah. And I'll bring up the map as well. So, field 2, there was an errant bale stuck in the middle of that field, wasn't there? So, we need to go and collect that one, and then we can go and get the bales around the edge of field 3. Once we've done that, I can put this one following the rake, and I can hopefully put the rake on just working with the hired help. The hired help should be able to do it from there on, which means we can then go off and do something else. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to drive up to the bean fields and just take a look and see what we could do up there. I want to be able to get into field 25. So the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to try and get some ramps, because I've had a few pictures sent to me via Facebook of how people have approached getting into field 20. Is it 25? I think it's field 25. Yes, it is. Field 25. Getting in there so that they can reap the benefits of being able to... actually, if I don't worry about these bales down this side, just in case we don't have enough space on this one load, I don't want to do more than one load. We'll go zipping round here. There we go. Right, we do want to get these. These ones around the outside. Yeah, we want to be able to get into field 25, and the best way that I've seen so far is to put some ramps down across the gateway, because if you remember, when we went up there and we had a look, there is a collision over the gateway. So it's completely unintended, which means that we're going to need to do something in order to just make it that we can get in there. We need to be able to get into that field. That field's the steepest field on the map, and it is just going to be awesomely cool to be able to get in there. Now, I'm 1, 2, 3, 4 bales up the other end, so I can pick up 2 more. If I get this one and one of those in the middle, and then we can pick up the 4 bales along the end, and that should see us right. Get that one. I'll get one of these over here, and then we'll just go for the bales along the end, and the hired help and follow me should then be able to do most of these bales that are left, or most of the straw that's left. It can just carry on and do that, fully automated, while we go off and we do some other stuff. That is the plan. I know, I should be using Courseplay to do things like this. I am going to install Courseplay, I really am. It's on my to-do list now. I've decided that I'd like to get it. I just haven't got round to it yet. I will, I promise you, I will get Courseplay. That is my solemn promise to you. I will get Courseplay, and I will use it so badly and mess it up so much that everybody will get really frustrated with me and start throwing things at their screen, or throwing their screen, depending on what device you're watching it on. Yeah. It's going to irritate all of you. I'm sure it is. My use of Courseplay and the way I'm doing it completely wrong is just going to bug you all. Big time. Yeah. I'm not quite sure why I'm promising you that I'm going to irritate you all so much that you don't want to watch me anymore, but there we go. Moving swiftly on, we need to decide what combine we're going to take up to do the beans. That's the other thing that I want to do today, is we want to sort out a combine, and once we've got the combine... Which one do I press? That one. Is it? Yes. I've got it right! Ha-ha! I keep... You've got to press so many buttons in this game. I keep forgetting which ones to press. Right. Let's bring those back there. We don't want the little Sampo Rosa new combine that we used to do these fields here, because those bean fields are big old fields. We want... There we go. That has given us... about 6 grand, wasn't it? Something like that. Lower that one back down. I will go and park... Yeah, we'll put this one back in the shed, because then we've got to put the baler and everything else going. And then once that's done, then we can get bombing up to the other fields. Yeah, I don't want a really small combine, because those bean fields are really big. It even took the big buds with those massive machines that we managed to drag up there. It took them quite a while to get everything ploughed up and cultivated and planted and everything. So, considering the amount of time that took, I think we would be far better off if we were to get a slightly bigger combine. It's going to cost us a bit more, but beans are worth a lot of money. We've already got quite a lot of wheat in storage, and we're keeping the Fortuna trailer because I want to put this trailer here that we got on the New Holland behind the Fortuna trailer, because I think the Fortuna one, if you have a look, there's a rear hitch on it, and I'm fairly certain that we could put this smaller trailer on the back of that one, which would give us a total carrying capacity of somewhere in the region of 54,000 litres. Which is pretty good, considering it's beans as well. And beans, they don't tend to go that fast, do they? So let's just back up onto here. There we go. And I'll back up a little further. I'll put this on to follow. Come up round here like this. There. Now, hopefully, this is all going to work really nicely really efficiently, and we're not going to have any problems whatsoever. It's all going to... Oh, we've already got a problem. I forgot to put the baler going. So let's go back in here and lower it down, put it going. Right, the baler's going. Now we come over and you can start unfolding. There we go. And I've also got to make sure that I know where this one is actually going to start. This is going to be the more difficult bit. I think we'll have to start here. We'll have to do it because the hired helper's got to do it, haven't they? Now, if I just press H, is it going to do it weirdly, or is it going to just have the ordinary hired help go? I can't remember what we did last time. Did we use the ordinary hired help, or did I use the tractor? I think it was the ordinary hired help. Let's start it up. Right, ordinary hired help is going. And he stopped. He's lowered in. He started. The tractor is following. The Fendt is. That little bit there, we can worry about that later on. We don't need to worry about that now. This one will carry on over here. And is it going to turn properly on the end? If it does, that's fine. We can then go up to the other field. I suspect that we want to go for one of the mid-range combines. There is a Dominator combine that I have found. Well, I say found. It's one of the ones on Modhub, which I thought would actually be pretty cool to use. It's whether or not it's going to be too small, because I think it's based off of the New Holland model, which means that it is not going to be the biggest combine to use, is it? Not if it's based off that little New Holland. Right. And everything seems to be working quite nicely. The only... Actually, no, that's not an issue. It should just carry right on now. He'll go on up there. Okay, that's fine. We'll let that one carry on. I'm going to get the car, and I will meet you up near field 25 so we can take a look at figuring out a way to get in there. I'm looking at the class Dominator, the 88S, and that one has a 4,600 litre tank. And then when you look at the header for it, that one is equally pitiful at 4.2 meters. It's a tiny, tiny little thing. We're not going to use that, I don't think. Not to do the beans, anyway. I think that one is better suited to somewhere else, but not here. So what I'm kind of thinking is, well, that one would be nice, but he doesn't have a tow hitch on it. I don't want to use Rostel Mash because you don't find them in New Zealand generally. It'd be pretty cool if we could just go in there with a CR10, but that's kind of drastically unrealistic. These two are based off of the Massey Ferguson models. They basically reskins, aren't they? Reskinned Massey Fergusons. The Masseys are nice, but I wasn't that impressed with them. So really, we're kind of in a bind. I will get ready for next episode a combine. I will decide which one I'm going to get. I nearly forgot my question for this week. We said that we were going to get 500 sheep. No. Come back. You're going to knock my car around. I don't want you to do that. I said that we would get... well, the question was previously that we would get 500 sheep. And did you want me to get 500 sheep? Well, how many did you want me to get? And so we said that we would get 500. And we now have 253 sheep. They are slowly increasing. They're not increasing very fast. It's increasing slowly. I said I would come back to you when we were approaching 300 to decide whether or not you wanted me to continue going towards our target. So my question for this week is, do you want me to continue just going for sheep until we reach 500, as we originally said, or would you rather I went and started buying cows now? Do you think it is time for us to start buying some cows, or do you think that we should just stick with the original target of 500 sheep? It's your vote, it's your game. Head in the comment section down below, let us know which one you want and why, and of course don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right hand corner. Now then, it would appear that the collision, there's a collision here where I'm standing, and if I move sideways, I am trying to do this as carefully as I can. There is a gap there in the middle, but it seems to be only walking width. And I was wondering if maybe there was something against the hedge. We could try and use that. But that doesn't seem to be there either. You can get on top of the hedge in certain places. With like you can stand on top of the collision. But that's not very useful to us, is it? So, I want to get into this field. I would really like to be able to mow this field and turn it into silage bales. Ooh, that's my timer saying that it's time up. I'd like to do some silage bales in here. I want to do round bales. I would like to use the combo round baler. I think that one would be pretty cool. It'd be pretty quick as well. We could go through nice and quick and do it, and then it's a single pass with that one. Or we either do that, and so that way we've got silage bales that we could take over ready for the cows for when we do that. Or if you decide that you want me to do the sheep, then we could either do some hay for the sheep, but I mean we got a load, or we could just do the silage bales, go through with that one and silage bale it, and then head back up. And how did we want to do this? I think, yeah, we would use the mowers and everything. But yeah, do silage bales and sell the silage bales. We could sell those at the bale sell point. We make an absolute fortune selling them. But in the meantime, we want to go to a... Where do we go? Placeables. And there's a couple of different ramps that we've got. One of them is... I'm pretty sure I've got them both enabled on this map. There we go. There's one of them. It's quite a short ramp. And then the other one is that one there. It's a huge, long ramp. That one there is massive. If I take that one... No! No, I didn't actually mean to do it. Ah! I clicked too many times. Oh no, this is terrible. Oh, no. I'm not supposed to have it there. Where is it? Yeah, see, I've got to put it right in the middle of the field. Yes, okay, right. I didn't mean to do that. So let's buy the ramp. Buy there. Right, now then. It's actually letting me put the ramp right in the middle here. But the issue that we've got is that when you place the ramp down, it's raised right up in the air. Look at that. The front of it is too high in the air because it always holds on that one corner there. Now, if I come down this way and I rotate the ramp round, it rotates on that corner, is this corner here. Being on the lower side, it could probably work going out this way. So if I was to... Hang on, I need to change my camera angle round now. It's not easy doing this, you know. Moving this thing round. So if I go back round that way, here, getting it this way, I think that we could get in and out. I think if I was to put it... Maybe come back a little bit. There, I think we can do okay with it. I think we can get on and off of that ramp. If I put that there, I think we can get on and off of it. Right, so there's the first one. So now, in order to get onto this ramp, I think that we want to have this one. And this one, actually, might be okay. But it's saying I can't place it here. This is the problem. And look, it's too low. I'm not able to get a decent enough sort of ramp on there. So I can't do anything with it. It becomes a major issue in that I can't do anything with it. And then when I try to rotate the ramp like this, it's rotating on the wrong corner, so it's holding itself up in the air. I want to be able to bring it down. Actually, I'm going to have to move our car, aren't I? So let's just come out of here. There has to be an easy way to do this. See, even now, I don't think that ramp is going to work because I'm still getting stuck on the collision. Oh no, not on that side. We do have progress. I don't really want to have to launch our machinery over, but this is the only thing that I can think of. I really want to get in that field. I would love to be able to get into that field. So let's try once more. Actually, we can stand up on top of the ramp now. Right, so we've got collision right there. But how bad that collision is going to be, whether it's going to stop machinery or not, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But let's see if we can get another ramp. Go into placeable. So the small ramp doesn't work. It's got to be this one. And the only way to get this one to work now is I think we'd have to end up putting it down the hill a little bit. If I come up like that. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work. I just don't think it's meeting it properly enough to make it work in any way. I think that end is too... Yeah, it's way up out the ground. That's not going to work. That there is okay. But then you've got this bit here, and you can't get onto it. So frustrating. Oh, Maybe we could use the small ramp now. Maybe the small ramp we can put on the front of it. I realise that this is really probably not the best way to go about this. I think that actually what we could try doing is like getting some wood chips. And if we were to put wood chips in front of the ramp... See, this one, you've got to have it a distance away in order to get it to fit. Oh, no. Maybe we can go a little bit closer. Yeah, you got to be back quite a long way. That's too far. And it's still up in the air. So I think that maybe the next course of action is got to be get some wood chips. So if we can get some wood chips onto the ramp, or to the bit in front of the ramp, we should be able to use those to get ourselves up on here. Oh, I can do it if I drive fast. Now we've got the big question. I can get over the top, but I'm still coming up against that invisible wall, so we would need wood chips on this side as well. I was wondering if maybe I could just get... Oh, I'm in! I've done it! I'm in the field! We've got a bare patch there because of what I did. And oh, yes! We've done it! We have actually done it. We have gotten into field 25. There is a way to do it. I think that what we need to... There is our bean field as well. We got... Look at those acres of beans. Look at all of that golden grain that is going to make us a fortune. We are going to be rich, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be rich. If we survive launching ourselves off of this hill, though. This truck is actually quite powerful. It's quite light on the back, so it keeps sort of doing weird things. Look! Oh, look at that! It's got like it's got an awesome rough patch right in the middle, halfway down the hill. This reminds me big time of a hill that I used to go sledding on when I was a kid. And halfway down the hill was a rabbit warren. And the rabbit warren was very much like this. So you had all these rabbits that dug out this massive, great big warren. And so it's like kind of this lump halfway down the hill. You go sledding down that. You get on your sled and you go whizzing down this hill. You are going to hit that. You are going to launch and you are going to be airborne, ladies and gentlemen. You are going to be airborne. It's going to be fantastic. Right, let's try it with the truck. We got to do this. Oh, no. Oh, he came right way up. Okay, we done it. Now, let's see if we can get out of here. This is going to be the next big thing, is whether or not we can get in and out. We are going to need wood chips. So, in order to be able to come into this field to do the crops and everything, yeah, see, I'm coming up against that invisible wall by the gate. I think maybe if I sell these two ramps and I just move them along a little bit... Oh, there we go. Maybe just move them up a little bit. I don't really want to, though. I'd like to leave them there where they are. And we'll come back and we'll work with it. Helper A has completed their task. Okay, we'll go and have a look at that in a sec. I think that we want to get some piles of wood chips there. We've got 3 trees in the middle of field 1 that we wanted to do something with. Should we go up that way through the sheep? No, we won't. We'll leave that one. We'll go this way. This vehicle can get quite a turn of speed. So, yeah, my question, I know I asked it only a few seconds ago. I'll ask it again. Do you want me to continue heading towards 500 sheep and not get any cows until we reach 500 sheep? Or would you rather actually, we need to be on this side of the road. Would you rather I stopped buying sheep now and I just let the sheep naturally increase in number by themselves, and instead I start buying cows when we've got some spare money so that we can start branching out a little bit with our various production? If you choose for me to get cows, the silage that we make in field 25 will become food for the cows. If you choose for me to just stay with sheep, we'll sell the silage that we get in field 25 so that we've got a great big pile of extra money. Now, if we do have cows, we won't keep all of the silage bales for the sheep because we just won't have enough money otherwise. We won't keep all of them for the cows. I mean, if we do get cows, we won't keep all the silage bales for the cows. We will keep some of them. We'll still sell some of them. We will probably do half and half, something like that. This has worked out really nicely. We've got a little bit over there that's left to do. I'll deal with that in my own time. I'll do that before next episode, and we might go and gather up the bales. I'm not sure. So really, the next thing we want to do is we either want to go straight crack on with the bean harvest, or we want to go and cut down those 3 trees over there, put them through a wood chipper, and then once they've gone through a wood chipper, we then want to carry the wood chips up to field 25 so that we can put them in front of the ramps. I think we will probably do the combining next. But anyway, that's all to come. If you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come watch as well. That would be awesome. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.